Hey everybody, it's Donna, and it is the day of Porcupine. So today's spirit animal is Porcupine-Spirit. Time for beginner's mind. I'm going to go through that. It is the number 48. So we would add it up. So 8, it would be 12, and then we add those two together, and that would be 3. So we've gotten a lot of 3s. And it's about, so this is a really great card because it talks about the beginner's mind. So it's thinking about, seeing things through a child's perspective. I've been, to get through this coronavirus, and I just got this item just before this all happened, but I got a F-R-A, infrared portable sauna, and I suggest getting one. That's why I'm red, and I look like I've worked out. Because it pulls all the negative ions out. It's so good for your health, and it's good for stress. Anytime I'm feeling stressed, I go in there. But I actually have been having really bad allergies through this time, and I had some visitors, and I was off on my normal routine for a little bit, so for 2 days, which makes a big difference right now because I've been really good on my routine. So anyway, a side note, get an infrared, so that's why I'm red. But it's one of the elements that is part of what this card means, because it talks about, just trying all kinds of new things, like have a childlike mind and just have fun and playfulness. It also talks about not being so having a self-protection. So I'm a Cancer sun, so I'm always really protective of myself because that's just what Cancers are. It's the crab. So it's like the hard shell that you're really soft inside. And it's a lot about, being protective of yourself, but also not being so protective that you're not experiencing anything. So having that childlike mind where this time can put a lot of people's minds in what if things aren't the same after we all come out of this quarantine? And that, start to think of it in a way of, what if it's not the same? What if it's better? What if there's all these elements I didn't realize weren't really working for me, and I was going along with the system, and I didn't realize how off I was on my path of desires. So I worked in corporate America for a really long time, and I would have stayed on that path. Honestly, I had a really fantastic job. I was a trained nose. I helped develop fragrances. I loved talking about my work. I loved what I was doing. And then it started to get harder and harder. The universe kept giving me really unethical people to work with or for. And it was just one system after another that was just keeping me in the game because I loved it so much. But then when I finally got laid off and there was no way for me to go back in. Like, my industry got flooded, and you instantly go back into, this is all I've known. But now, having years passed and regrowing a whole new business and really tapping into what speaks to my soul, and what speaks to my soul is helping people. And, it wasn't easy. I'm not going to say it was easy, but I'm just saying that, it took a while for me to get past the woe is me and this is so scary, and redeveloping what is through all these layers, what is the core of what I really want. And I think that's what this is for everybody. So it doesn't mean you're going to not do what you were doing before, but it might be that you have a different perspective. Maybe you got a little chance to we have a lot of chances because we're home all the time, but it's a chance to have the work-life balance, or cooking more at home, or having family dinners, and watching kids play outside and doing things together as a family. There's so many pictures of people going on walks with their entire family, and some of them I've never seen their family all together, and I would view them as really great families. So just knowing that there's maybe things from your past life that may go back the way it was, but now incorporating things you've learned throughout this time. And it's also community. It's also thinking of others and thinking about your favorite restaurants and supporting local and supporting whoever, these things that we just kind of take for granted, and we're really lucky to have, a lot of, just being able to go to the store whenever you want. And I'm trying to mow my lawn. Again, I'm really bad at my lawn, but I'm like, oh no, I'm low on gas. And I had to really think about like, where am I going to go to get the gas I have to get for the lawnmower? And, you know, we get really spoiled with all the access to everything. And now having Alexa, I mean, I don't even know what I did without Alexa, because she answers a lot of questions for me. So, I mean, this is a good chance for us to go back to what is in nature and this is happening in the spring too. So I think it's a really great time for us to enjoy the outdoors and enjoy just the basic things that make us really happy. So try to think of this time, what can you start as a beginner, trying something you've never tried before and seeing where it goes. And it's such a pretty card. And they talk about the porcupine's needles are filled with air, so it can swim, it can float when it's swimming. So, you know, it looks, you have one assumption looking at the porcupine, and then it has this amazing little life raft on it, which I wouldn't even have thought about if I wasn't reading about porcupines. So, you know, there's all little surprises and you don't even know it. So just go with what is in your heart and what feels right, and what are the good things that have come out of this? What are some good things that have felt really good to tap into? Maybe it's just eating better. Maybe it's eating a more balanced diet, or, you know, eating more homemade meals instead of fast food or whatever it is, as I made fried zucchini slices today, but still they were healthy. But, you know, try to have fun with this. It talks about being childlike, having an innocence about it. Like, be like, wow, okay, let's be excited. Like, what is going to come out of this? What's going to happen? Where maybe this is going to be just absolutely amazing. I'm going to just stay positive and know that things are working out for my best good. And that's all you can do. So we'll have some more of these. I'm going to finish. We have a full moon on Tuesday. So follow me on my Instagram, which is Donna Divine Inhale, which is my company. And then it's Divine Inhale LLC. Inhale like inhale. And that's on Facebook. And then on Twitter, it's the same. And I'm going to have little raffles going through the next month and have some fun announcements. But try to follow me on all those. And then my website is divineinhalehealing.com. And I have some past podcasts that talk about my corporate America shift and the trials and tribulations I went through there. And some collaborations I did with some people in London that were really fabulous, and they're great people to follow as well. So follow me on that, and definitely look forward to, I'm having a lot more online things before all this happened, but it's great timing. So anyway, it's nice to bring you these tidbits of information, and it's nice to look at nature and ways to give us some meaning. And how pretty is that? Sorry about my nails. Just such a pretty animal. Have a great day.